Hi, everybody. So my name's Kyle Wiltshire, CEO of TESTA, here with you today to talk a bit about some feedback, research data that we've collected on watch and bet technology. Before I get right into it, who is TESTA, so you understand why this data is relevant, why you should be listening to us. We are a crowd testing company. So TESTA has people all over the globe who can actually test and work with gambling products, websites, apps. They produce actionable reports with video evidence. We've got testers in over 100 countries. It's an 800-plus city test network. So if there's online gambling, we've probably got somebody on the ground that can look at it. There's a few things you can use this crowd test network for. Today, we're talking about two of those use cases. One is market research. So speaking with the testers about what they saw, what they liked, comparing things against operators, different providers. And the other is on-the-ground QA. So more functional things. Did it pass? Did it fail? Is it fast? Is it slow? Very kind of black and white. How we did this, we sourced the testers from these 5 locations. We assigned them a questionnaire to ask kind of their experience. And we tested all 5 operators from a brand new account and a deposit. So any video or bets you see placed today, these were real people that deposited, placed real live wagers. So this isn't some test environment or a demo, it's real stuff. So when we were approached by Stats Perform, they kind of said, we've got this complex bet and tech, stream and bet technology. It's very different in different markets. Can we take a look at how it's kind of configured, get an idea of what it looks like out there? So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to look at what features are utilized across these different operators and markets, how the stream performed, and kind of look at some of the UI, UX functionality at each. You'll see there's actually a fair amount of variation in how it all looks across different platforms. So finally, let's get into it. The results, these are the 5 operators we looked at and the 5 locations. In terms of the features we tested and looked at, live streaming is obviously pretty important to watch and bet technology, so all 5 operators had this available. We had 4 of the 5 operators had live highlights in the stream. 3 of the 5 had the ability to add to the bet slip within the stream, and 1 of them had interactive stats inside the stream. We'll start with that one right now. So MaxBet in Romania. Before I continue here, these videos are the videos captured from our testers. So anything you're looking at is live here. It was packaged up and we put it in this presentation. If you'd like to see a bit more of this, both at Stats Perform and at TESTA's booths here at SBC, we've got a flyer and we can link you to some of the original reports if you'd like to learn a bit more. So anytime we load a video stream, we loaded it 10 times to make sure it was, reproducible. Right here on the left, you can see he taps, the live video window opens, pops in, no problems there, they look great. Tester gave great feedback about some of the navigation highlights here. So you'll see on this tennis match, he's looking at kind of key points that happened, kind of catching up with what happens. Maybe he wants to place a wager, understand a little bit more about what's happened up till now. So he gave great feedback about that. Adding to the bet slip, you'll see on the left here, this took about 3 taps. So he's looking at, on this set, this player, this odd, puts it in about 3 taps without leaving the video. Very cool. Interactive stats, here we've got a football match. All sorts of interesting things on the right video here about where shots are being taken, how things are trending, what player's doing what. Quite a lot of information to pack into this little video screen, but it's well done. Tester gave great feedback about that. Moving on to our next operator, we looked at Bet365 in the US. This tester was in New Jersey. So he reported a bit of an issue with the video. I will say this was done on 1 tester, so anytime we uncover issues like this, we want to task it with more people, make sure that we can reproduce it. So also reported that the audio and video was a little out of sync. So an interesting result to have from the ground there. You'll see on the right here, We're looking at highlights again from a tennis match. There's a bit of a timeline and key points where you can bring up important things that happened, get familiar with what happened in the match up till now. Again, great feedback. A lot of the testers we used had never seen this type of technology, and pretty much all of them came back to us and said, this is pretty intuitive, it makes a lot of sense, I get it. In this case, we're in landscape mode, adding to the bet slip. You see a bit of a transparent interface here, so he goes, okay, on this match, this player, this odd. Again, 3 taps, never leaves the video. Very cool. Moving on to Ladbrokes in the UK. Ladbrokes chose to really push the players right into the landscape option right away. So you'll see here as the video loops, it says, rotate your phone. Tester thought that was cool. I think 10 times he rotated the phone back and forth without issue. Had no negative experience with video loading, AV lag, any of that. All looked successful. Again, adding a bet to the stream. Transparent interface, similar to our last operator there. Took 2 taps in his case. I'm sure if you've got some sort of complicated prop bet or whatever, it would take a little bit longer, but for the most obvious stuff of, next set, whatever, these odds, tap, tap. Betano in Brazil, stream loading, lag, AV, all great. You'll see here they kind of have the Betano logo logs on splash screens. Comes up quite quickly there, so looking good. Highlights on the right. See that Betano splash screen, highlight of the soccer match. Again, no problems with audio, visual. In Betano's case, we're here in landscape mode again, adding a bet to the bet slip within the video. Bit of a different interface, probably easier to find the odds and everything. Different is our previous operators that had the transparent mode. So you just get an idea of the different UX options. Can't see the video as well in this one, but probably easier to find your bet, right? So different configurations. Finally, look at Superbet in Poland. In this case, we found that everything loaded successfully, video was smooth, but some of the interface buttons were cut off. So he had a hard time muting or resizing because you'll see in that little window, some of the toggles were cut off. Similar with the highlight option, some of the stats were a little cut off there, so maybe something for the team to look at. Could be a one-off issue. Again, we recommend anytime an issue like this is found, retest, find somebody with the same device, see if it can be recreated. On stats perform and competing products, we saw in general, we also looked at FanDuel and Caesars in the US, 2 to 3 taps to add to the bet slip within the video stream, so quite easy to do. Summarizing all the live video stuff we looked at, bit of a lag on 365 and that report with the AV, no other issues otherwise. I'll kind of end by saying anytime you're looking at live streaming technology, it's fairly complicated stuff. We recommend you really look at device and OS combinations. These vary a lot in different markets. What is happening in the US where the average phone maybe $600-700 is going to be a lot different than Brazil or Asian markets where phones may be $100, $150, $200. Remember, these are different computers, processing devices. They've got different capabilities. Network conditions, the same. 5G plus reception is going to yield you some different results than being on LTE in a rural area. Streaming protocol and the video technology that is delivered. Some of these protocols now can pack a whole lot of information into a video stream, but the compression is quite high, and that means the phone is going to get hotter, use a lot of CPU, if it's not a more modern phone. So again, understanding what the market is using and kind of meeting them or having the ability to switch different protocols is important. And even ISP variability. Some markets we see it's fast on this ISP, it's not on another, so important when you're choosing hosting, CDN, things that get your content closer to your market. So to conclude, Watching Bet, very customizable product, a lot of ways to configure it. Live stream betting, it's a complex space. Each market has their own preferences and devices. Understanding what those are before you kind of embark on it's very important. And if you wish to get into the space, make sure you understand what your competitors are doing, how you stack up, because that's going to make the big difference. I want to thank Stats Perform for inviting us up today, and thank you.